everyone, I thought today I would share with you ways to keep warm, things that you can wear to help you keep warm, and then I'll discuss other things as well in later videos. Basically, you might be thinking, huh, keeping warm? But a lot of people with ME find that they get very cold, and feeling the cold more than others is part of the symptoms of ME for a lot of people. Obviously people experience different symptoms, but that is one that quite a few people sort of complain of. So I thought I would share with you the things that I do. Now today it's quite close, and yesterday we had that crazy heat wave, but I still wore my thermal layers because I know what my body needs. You know, when I went to have my rest, I ended up going under the duvet anyway. So it's just, ME's weird, and it makes you feel very cold, or makes you feel the cold more. I don't quite know why, but anyway, if anyone has any knowledge on it, that'd be great. So I might not look like I'm wearing a thermal layer, but I am. Boom! This is a really thin, amazing thing that I found recently. It's provided by JML, and it's called Magic Layer, and you can get them in most what's it called? Supermarkets, because they generally have like a JML section, or in Boots. And they come in the white and black, and I think a skin colour as well. And basically they come long sleeve. I like the white ones for spring and summer, so I've then cut the sleeves off, and so it creates a sort of more normal look, because if I went around with long sleeves in summer, you'd be like, what? So that's sort of my go-to thing for that, and I've got loads of them. So look, there it is again. Look how thin it is. It's amazing. Look at that. But it seems to just trap the body heat or whatever. I don't quite know how it works, but it does work. And that's what I do for summer. I also have leggings, which I either wear full length if I'm wearing a long skirt or trousers, or I cut them just near the knee. So if I'm wearing a dress like I am today, and I've actually got leggings underneath there just to keep that area warm. So obviously that's sort of spring, summer time, and you just have to listen to your body whether it needs more warmth or not. But these are the ones that most places will say, oh yes, dude, this is the thermal underwear that we recommend. And it's really kind of, I don't think it works particularly well. I've tried it and it's like, plus it makes you feel like you're wearing a jumper, and actually when you're sort of still concerned about how you're looking, it's not ideal. So I make these into cardigans, and then that little bow goes at the back, so that's quite pretty. But and I like, that's only for like when I'm wearing my pyjamas, I'll have that as a little sort of extra bit of warmth as a cardigan. But I know that for most people there is like a time in their illness where they're just like, I don't care how I look, I just need to be warm. And for that, when I was in that stage, I got really cold. One of my solutions was to make dungarees out of a sleeping bag, and I called them sleeperies, and I thought, wow, I'm going to patent these, this is amazing. And then I realised what they looked like, and I was like, no one is going to buy these unless they're freezing. So I haven't patented it. So sleeperies, make yourself a pair, they're great, but they don't look great. But they keep you warm, so that's good. So another thing that I have recently discovered, which I'm really pleased with, because a lot of thermal underwear is quite thick and quite tight, and that's no good for me because it cuts my circulation, or it feels like it does anyway, is something called HEATTECH. That's the name of the material, but also the name of the company, I believe. So if you just like Google them, or HEATGEN, or LIANG, which is LINGROU, and that you can find on Amazon. And so basically it's this really, really thin, I mean look how thin that is, woo, thin thermal material. They've actually made a new material, and it just is, it's so thin and it's really silky, so it's really comfortable to wear. And I will wear these under trousers, and it doesn't feel tight or anything like that. It's really good. and so it does tops as well. Where's my top? There you go. Tops. And again, look, you can see how thin that is. But again, they're just really, really comfortable. And I should wear those under tops, or even as a top. If I'm wearing something like, if I was wearing this in the winter, then I'd wear this underneath and stuff like that. And then they also do, I think the LIANG one does these, and they're, look, they've got like a knitted pattern. Isn't that fun? But they're pretty colours and things, and you can get all sorts of different colours. Particularly the LIANG does really nice colours, whereas HEATTECH and HEATGEN do sort of skin colour, white and black. But these are the things that I wear as my sort of undergarments to keep me warm, but it doesn't look like I'm trying to keep warm, because before I would just like wrap myself in blankets and people would be like, it's summer, what are you doing? And so now it's not so much of an issue. The other thing that I recommend is maternity bands. You can get them in most places that do maternity stuff. I got mine online, but from New Look, I think. And you can just wear those sort of below that way, like maternity bands. And I wear them particularly because I have endometriosis, so I bloat, and so everything just gets a bit big. But it keeps your lower back warm, and for sort of normal trousers and stuff like that, the waistband ends way too low, and so we get really cold backs, like sitting in the wheelchair or whatever, and so these are great. And again, you don't look like you're trying to keep warm, you don't look like you're wearing something odd, which is kind of the plan, because otherwise people sort of start giving you funny looks, and we get those anyway. So I will share with you in other videos the other things that I do to help me keep warm. For those of you who don't have this part of the symptom of ME, the feeling the cold, good for you. But I would imagine the majority of you do feel the cold, and so I would highly recommend getting the thin skin thermals, because it's just, they're really good. I highly recommend these. Okay, lots of love. Bye. Oh, and please like and subscribe.